Okay, we're about to get started right now. If there's people outside of the room, feel free to come inside. We're about to get started. My name's Francisco. I'm gonna do a little poem for y'all. I hope you guys like it. Citizens of the world, we are the future of America. Communities are dying and crying for America. The time is now to fly like the phoenix. Wipe your tears with a Kleenex. Rise up from the ashes. Can you see it? We started early. Can you believe it? Love is action for change. These times are dangerous. Deportations, Black Lives Matter, illegals, they label us. But we big like notorious. Opportunity enable us. Spark movements like Rosa Parks. The truth wakes you up like a Starbucks cup. Stay humble, stay calm. Uproot the hatred, word is bond. Incarcerated rates elevated, no bond. Recognize our privileges. You're an agent, James Bond. Responsibility in our communities to hold people in authority with accountability. Cultivate unity. And like edge, I am you and you are me. We have similarities in history. Cultural competency is key. Build strong unity between you and I. An eye for an eye will leave the world blind. We need more forgiveness and empathy. That's the key to solidarity. Permanent like graffiti in every city. I said solidarity. We don't need charity. Empower ourselves, peers, organize and activate. Break away stereotypes, old mentalities that keep us casualties. Star Wars in a galaxy? Racism is a dark force and violent like assault and battery. Inclusion is the power like batteries. Inclusion is the power like batteries. Tell real history. Tell her story. Tell my story. Our truth. To influence government officials all the way to the youth. Open the eyes to poverty and racism. The U.S. locking up 5% of the world in prisons. We need the light like prisms. We are in this together. Visibility leads to ability, triumph together. They say the end is near, many budget cuts equals fear, but we build collaboration in a nation. No competition limited in funds, but we all breathe the same air in our lungs. Share knowledge, resources with our sisters and brothers. Be accountable to each other. Respect for one another and respect for all. The fall of one is a fall for all. Faith is light and we are led by the Spirit. Hear my lyrics. Acceptance will help us soar like eagles. Peace and love like the Beatles. Rise with us, the National Council of Young Leaders.
Hello everyone. Hello. My name is Shanice Turner and I represent Year Up and I'm from Atlanta. That was beautiful, Francisco. I have a question for everyone. But before I do that, can everyone close your eyes? Close your eyes and dream with me. Paint this picture in your scenario. And also plant this seed in your heart. Do you know what it looks like to look and feel like you're poor?
I tried to better myself and my life by getting my GED. I was excited to finally have a fair chance to get my life back on track. However, reality hit, and the program that would have changed my life was filled to capacity. I missed yet another chance to better my life and not to be a statistic.
I did not have a role model that influenced me. My family was negative towards me. I wish that there were someone positive to help me shape my life. Now a quote by Benjamin Franklin. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I will learn.
I am currently homeless and move from shelter to shelter. I am desperate to go to school and complete my high school education. I come from a low-income family in a low-income community with an overwhelming feeling of despair. A quote by Chris Van Halen, one of the greatest obstacles to escaping poverty is the staggering cost of higher education.
I am unable to find a job because of a past criminal record. People are more fearful of me, while the truth is I'm more fearful of being judged because of my past. Quote, the prisons in the United States have long been an extreme reflection of the American system itself. The stark life differences between rich and poor, the racism, the use of victims against one another, the lack of resources of the underclass to speak out, the endless reforms that change little. Howard Zinn.
Now I want you all to keep your eyes closed. I want you to keep your eyes closed and imagine you're in a cold, dark room. You're trapped. The air is running out. You turn the doorknob and it's broken. You pound on the door, you hear other people on the other side, but nobody is listening. No one can hear you. This is what it feels like for 5.5 million opportunity youth across the country who are cut off from the opportunity and denied the chance to access the programs and resources that would help them develop the tools to live happy, successful, and thriving lives. Now, keeping your eyes closed, imagine what the world could look like if we engaged those young people, if we learn from their stories, if we embrace their vision and follow their lead in creating a world that they aspire to live in rather than the damaged world that they might inherit from us. Imagine the headlines of tomorrow, of the future, the wars that would end, the violence that can be prevented, the lives that could be saved. Well, we're in luck. We stand in the presence of a group of leaders who envision such a world and who we need to listen to, support, and join in their fight to create a more just and equitable world. Here's the story of those leaders.
This thing's louder than I thought. So Francisco and Shanice painted a picture for you guys of, scenarios that young people face every day in our country. And I think that Joelle also just illustrated sort of where we want to be, right? However, there's a piece missing there currently, and that's having young people at the decision-making table, having young people be fully integrated into that process, right? As young people, we are probably one of the largest groups that constantly have decisions made for and about us on a literally everyday basis. Yet rarely are we ever incorporated genuinely into the conversations that are happening around those very same decisions. And it is that absence in the process that has sort of inspired us, right, to begin a national movement of collective action, but one that is deeply, deeply rooted in each of our communities. And so some of my peers are going to talk to you guys a little bit about what that actually looks like.
Thanks. Hey everybody. So in 2012, we were nominated by different organizations because we were outstanding change makers in our communities. These organizations allowed us with the space to grow and reach our full potential, and now we would like to do the same for thousands of young people across the country. We represent diverse communities and cultural groups with similar struggles. We've overcome challenging conditions and are dedicated to breaking the cycle and empowering our communities and our peers. Because of our experiences, we have a clear understanding of what our young people need, and we're going to give it to them. So since 2012, we've poured countless hours into this movement. We started sharing our stories with each other, and we narrowed down to some barriers that we all have faced and created solution-based recommendations. We've been sharing our recommendations with funders, policymakers, leaders, young people, pretty much anybody who we come into contact with. Not only that, we've also been going back home into our hometowns and recruiting young people to be a part of our movement. And I'm going to invite Jamil up to elaborate a little more on that.
Well, What you know is right always. All right.
So thank you again, OYU, for this opportunity. So when it's all said and done, there's a video. It'll come up sooner than later. But I want to kind of thank everyone as far as you all being the allies. I feel like we're preaching to the choir, but when it's all said and done, this is real for us. This is our life, right? So when it's all said and done, I want to actually take a moment to acknowledge our ancestors and our trailblazers, those whose shoulders we stand on, and you in the room who we stand with. We have two brothers that started off with it that were not able to be here. I want to bring them to the room. Brother Maurice, he actually served on the White House Council before it kind of went to the National Council of Young Leaders in Aspen, was killed. We had another brother, JR, from the Core Network. He lost his life through natural causes, but when it's all said and done, even as we go forward, we want to bring them to the room. As Sister Teresa was speaking, the video that's going to come up shortly is just a little visual as far as the first time we met in Boston. To give a little bit more context, in 2012, we literally sat down, broke bread together, and just shared our stories. We bonded, and with our stories, we actually transitioned to why were we nominated? Why were we nominated? And then in the nomination, as we began to talk with our sponsoring organization in the room, the chemistry was so magical that we began to organically organize. As former Opportunity Youth, we began brainstorming the similarities and challenges of our individual stories. As you see, ooh, I need that video. But in the video, it's okay. It's all good. It's love. It's love. Shout out to Caitlin and Spark Action because we're actually launching the website as of today. Right? We don't kind of get
you guys for that,
love.
yeah. And we'll send the link to the Facebook video, which for some reason this machine doesn't want to play. It's playing on here, but it's not showing to you guys. But we'll send it to you.
So in the video, we listed the positives and the negatives, our personal experiences, and began to consolidate some issues and crafted some immediate primary recommendations. Along with some principles grounded in love that Brother Cisco actually did well in his poem. And then some system reforms that Sister Shanice will come after me. Who is the first time in this room? Who's first time is the first time hearing about this? Who is it? Anybody? Is this new? Raise your hand, please. Please. If you don't mind with your hand raised, would you just kind of grab the one that's in front of you? If you're new, because I know a lot of people already know, right? We're going to take it to church just a little bit. Can y'all go to page 8 and fill me? You need one, sis? Go to page 8. You need some? All right, so I'll come down. You already know. Mackie, help me out. Thank you. Yes, who needs one? Shoot, I'll come down. I'll bring up the stick. All right. I got it. Yes. Thank you. All right, we need one right here. I'm sorry. Thank you, Sister Alana. Thank you. This is new for you, all right? So peep game. I feel better down here, y'all. Thank you. Right? Yes, we need one more, right? 2 more, 3 more. Are we good? They coming?
Video.
All right, no, I'm just get off script. It is what it is. All right, so you can see this, right? You can see it with your own eyes. So when it's all said and done, we were all in the room. We really didn't know each other. The first day, we didn't even have an agenda, but we educated ourselves as far as the opportunity index when it came to Op Nation, and even John Bridges Civic Enterprises as far as them coining the term opportunity youth. JFF, Op Nation, Core Network, Miss D, of course, Youthville, and we've just really opened up. Shared our struggles, the similarities. You can see the positive and the negative from every story. And when it was all said and done, this is what we crafted. So if this is new to you, I'm asking you to just kind of go to page 8, right? So I need y'all to help me out in this part right here. Look to your neighbor to the left or to the right and tell him this is our moment. Come on, man. Come on, somebody. Tell him this is our moment. Right? We're gonna take care of this iota, right? So peep this. I'm gonna go to that second paragraph. Those of us who have spent time out of school and out of work, formerly called at-risk or disconnected youth, appreciate the new language that names us Opportunity Youth. it accurately reflects the twin facts that we are seeking an opportunity and we offer a major opportunity to this nation if it invests in us, right? So let's take it there, Mill. So we're at the website. We're launching this. You all are catching this live. You're the first audience. Right? So these are our 6 recommendations. 1, of course, expand effective comprehensive programs. Of course, like the Core Network, Youth Bill, Public Allies, JFF, Year Up, National College Board, Advisory Corps, and many others. Number 2, everybody say DOS. Expand national service. And I am going to make a cheap plug right here. I'm going to make a cheap plug. As an advocate for Voices for National Service and as an ambassador of Franklin Project. Y'all, we need to fund it. Right now, Congress is currently slated to cut the Corporation for National Service at least by 20%. This will mean 20,000 slots next year. $2 million cut from Miracle Vista. And I can't share my story right now, but service saved my life. And if it's cut, all those brothers and sisters that's coming behind me, let's make it happen. Number 3, come on, girlfriend. Expand private internships. When it's all said and done, I appreciate the fact that I am a fellow through Aspen. It was through my internship that God allowed me to be here with you all. Expand. Number 4, increase all forms of mentoring. Number 5, we're going to keep it rolling because I'm getting emotional. Protect and expand pathways to higher education. And last but not least, support diversion and re-entry programs. Reform the juvenile justice system.
MLK once said, "True compassion is more than flinging a coin to a beggar. It is not haphazard and superficial. A true revolution of values will soon cause us to question the fairness and justice of many of our past and present policies. True compassion comes to see that an edifice which produces beggars needs restructuring." Today, this statement still rings true. In the United States, the edifices that continue to perpetuate the paradigm of poverty exist in the form of broken systems. We, the National Council of Young Leaders, understand that rising above poverty will require much, much more than recommendations. We know that a true pathway out of poverty requires a reformation of the systems that are conducive to breaking dreams and destinies, hopes and homes, families and futures. Our education system has a habit of high segregation and low expectations for young people born into poverty. From Head Start to college, we're set up to run an unfair race. Every young person, no matter what his or her zip code is, should have the right to a quality education at every level of their lives. Our criminal justice system fosters blatant inequality at every level. The underlying nature of the system undermines access to political power and life altogether for opportunity youth, especially young people of color. Too many of our peers are expected to be in jail or dead before they turn 21. As long as the pipeline to prison continues to persist, we have a responsibility to continue to work for a fair and just system. Our community development system does not grow enough civically engaged young people, despite our deep desire and passion to serve and lead within the communities that we grew up in. We need to tap into and leverage the assets and untapped potential of every opportunity youth, because every individual's actions matter. What you do, what you buy, whether you vote, whether you help your neighbors, it all matters. Our family system is often misunderstood. The reality of family and what it means to be a family has changed. The family system once influenced and defined society. Now it seems that various negative forces have broken down our family units, whether it be drugs or alcohol, unemployment or disease. We believe in better, we deserve better, and we will work for better. When I get back to Baltimore tonight, I'll have to lay to rest my second uncle within a 3-week time span. Another young man who has fallen victim to senseless street violence. In my city and around the world, our Opportunity youth are tired, frustrated, and we're ready for change. We're tired of being pushed out of schools. We're tired of planning funerals for friends and visiting loved ones behind plexiglass in prison. We're tired of broken communities. We're tired of broken homes. We must rebuild the education, criminal justice, community development, and family systems if we really want young people to triumph over systemic barriers. And that, my friends, is a true revolution.
So Opportunity United, referred to as OYU, is a new grassroots membership organization formed to unite low-income young people and young leaders in active local struggles for increased opportunity and decreased poverty in America. OYU is the movement that puts equal emphasis on the importance of investing in pathways out of poverty for young adults like ourselves seeking opportunity or just another chance, in addition to changing conditions of poverty that affect us in our communities. The movement to mobilize Opportunity Youth and to reconnect 1 million youth across the country over the next year to dismantle policies and systems that prevent young people from reaching their fullest potential. To change the narratives and cultural norms, to connect local and national initiatives that align together, to collaborate for collective impact, which is something we heard all day today, to provide solution-driven recommendations for policy and system change in America, as Jamil just stated for you, to organize and activate local community action teams in each represented community. Our founding members are the National Council of Young Leaders, which is comprised of 20 young leaders from 14 national organizations. Those same national organizations Jamil just said that they're getting ready to cut. Who are a very strong and diverse group of young leaders with common agendas, but different backgrounds and experiences. We have systematically communicated our proposals to key policymakers to drive our recommendations into public policies and political arenas, to effectively communicate our ideas about how to increase opportunity and decrease poverty in America. Now, while we are ambitious, we do know and understand that in order to make this happen, this takes effort from all of the sectors. And that includes youth, education, business, philanthropy, and government. Our supporting organizations, some of them are lined up in the room right now, have collectively liberated the positive energy and vision of hundreds of thousands of Opportunity Youth through direct engagement in their programs. This movement is similar to a relay race. We need you, the leaders that came before us, to pass the baton. And if not, in all due respect, we're taking it. Because as President Obama said, no kid should be left behind, and I truly do believe in that. And as a great songwriter once said, I was born by the river in a little tent. And just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming. But I know change gonna come. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there behind the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. And with that being said, it has been a long, long time coming, and change is now. Change is now. So, right now I'm gonna let you guys look at this call to action, this video that our wonderful team of supporters, Spark Action, that we have on our team is getting ready to play for you guys. for a second. Don't mind that. It's some good facts, though.
We've been focused on making the website work, so that's.
It's nice music, right? On purpose.
Oh, boy.
Go with it, man. We're gonna try it one more again.
One last time. Let's try, all right, guys, one more time from me.
This video is important. Well, if anything, you can nod your head.
I mean, is the easy time? It's not projecting on.
Just let the audio play.
The audio is good, the audio
Let it
works.
play. Look at the numbers. Let it work.
All right. I'm totally stuck. Just go for it. I think we're gonna, yeah.
Or just forget it.
Go.
All right, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. So I just want, first I want to start off by saying, when you find something good, you don't want to let it go. Ladies, listen, when you find something good, it's hard to let go. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm the lead organizer for the community action teams in support of Opportunity Youth United. And the whole purpose of the community action team is to organize, mobilize, and strategize to use the young people's voice, our young people's voice, to be at the center of attention. Because youth voice matters. Youth voice matters. President Obama said, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and we are the change that we seek. You see, the young people are deeply rooted in the heart of the community. Steve said that earlier, if you ain't remember that, right? So the young people are the ones who are that opportunity that can create that collective impact that we need in our societies around the nation. And how do I do that? I inform the young people about the issues. I give them an opportunity to tell me exactly what needs to be implemented and how can we do it. And with that said, on December 10th, we are hosting our first Community Action Team launch of the Boston Community Action Team at the actual State House. We're going to have young people speaking. We're going to have legislators speaking. And we're going to talk about these recommendations and how they are aligned in supporting Opportunity Youth. Why? Because youth voice matters. So with that being said, the community action teams is here to support the recommendations and to mobilize young people around our nation to really have this debate with the people who are running for the presidential candidate and get them to have young people voices at the table for changing our society.
We're gonna try one last time.
My name is Evan. I'm a youth organizer for teen empowerment, and we need to be heard. By that, I mean youth all across America. We need to make it so that politicians are listening to what we have to say. Youth unemployment is at an all-time high. But we need to change that. We need to make it so youth are employed, youth are listened to in the political sphere, and youth matter in this country. My name is Evan Gilmer. I'm a youth organizer for teen empowerment, and I approve this message.
So I just want to say one more again. Say it with me. One more again. One more again. And we're going to end with, on the count of three, Youth Voice Matters. 1, 2, 3. Youth Voice Matters!
Thank you so much, James, for sharing that and holding it down on the ground, because that's where it really counts, right? So our next steps forward towards success is that we, as the National Council of Young Leaders, are going to be pushing for these solution-based recommendations to be on the national agenda. We are going to be expanding our community action teams. We are going to be bringing more young adults to the table to feast on the fruits of opportunity. We have already partnered with Starbucks for their 100,000 Opportunities initiative. We have refined our leadership skills through working with the N.E. Casey Foundation. But most importantly, we have sat down and created a document of policy recommendations that will increase opportunities in our own communities and decrease poverty. This is something that Congress has yet to do for us, and it is bipartisan. And so today, we are asking you to join us in our efforts. Join us by signing up at OYUunited.org. Join us by sponsoring a young adult in your community so that they too can become a fierce advocate. Join us by sponsoring a community action team. Join us by sponsoring our Opportunity Youth Summit 2016 in Philadelphia. And if you guys ask yourselves why, it's because together we can reconnect 1 million opportunity youth to build a stronger future for our great nation and to eliminate these ecosystems of poverty. And so we'd also like to thank all our partners that have been behind us up to this point. And for the rest of you in the room, we'd actually to allow you to not miss this opportunity.
So real quick, before we go, out there, right? Real quick, just look how easy this is, right? It's easy, whether it be a member or an ally, we need your support. This is a movement, right? So we're going to actually kind of transition to the Q&A, and I'm going to ask the question, right?
I'm Manny, I'm JFF sponsee, and I just wanted to know what does it exactly mean to be an ally or a member of the Opportunity Youth United?
So I'm here as a sort of big brother to Opportunity Youth United. So what does it mean to be an ally and a sponsor? So as an ally, you're doing exactly what Falan asked us to do, right? Is that we sign up and join Opportunity Youth United as an ally, right? That we spread the word about Opportunity Youth United to our friends, to our networks, to the young people that we work with, right? And that we help grow this movement. It also means that we're willing to support and sponsor young people at the local level to join their community action teams. If we're part of an organization, if we're part of a business, we're part of a foundation, how can we support, how can we sponsor the build-out of the community action teams, and how can we sponsor an Opportunity Youth Summit that will bring 400 to 1,000 Opportunity Youth together to discuss the issues that elected officials are not talking about? Okay? So that's what it means to be an ally. So you can be an ally by standing with us. You can be an ally by also, digging into your pockets and sponsoring some of our activities. What does it mean to be a member? To be a member, it means to be part of a growing movement of young people who have a vision for change, have a vision for a better community, a better society, a better nation, a better world, right? And to be willing to answer the call of that Opportunity United puts out, and to engage your community action teams at the local level to work towards community and national change.
Easy. Any more questions from the audience? Wow, that
More
made
comments or concerns?
You did a good job.
that made me do a good job.
Good job. I just want to promote our statewide event, Opportunity Youth Speak, Our Voice, Our Vote, December 10th, Massachusetts State House. So I don't care where you're at. If you can get there, and bring young people with you.
I just want to say that the technical difficulties were entirely our fault. We take responsibility, and all of this amazing stuff that you just saw will be available on oyunited.org starting. It'll be up there Monday, and the site's live, and please join us. Thank you guys. One more round of applause.